Hey guys, so this is just a basic intro to Word. You're just going to want to open up Word here. Make sure that you have Word installed, because if you don't, this is going to be very difficult to accomplish. Over here on the left, you have all your basic documents. These are all your recent stuff. So whenever you want to access one of your old documents, you can always go over here. If you want to pin something, you can just click on the pin, and it'll go up here like this. Or you can click it again, and it'll go back down. Here are all your different types of document layouts. These are like preset ones. You can search at the top there, but we're just going to open a normal document. So this is just your basic Word screen. So you've got over here on the left, you've got paste and all your different other options. You've got a lot of stuff you can do here. It's very helpful. It works very well. You've got text font size. You have font type. You have underline, stuff like that. Over here you've got find, so you can search for words. You don't need to worry about that Grammarly there. That is a program I installed additionally. So over the top here you've got a whole bunch of different tabs. That little light bulb there at the top, you can search for settings. Like if you don't know what to do, that's always a good place to look. Here we've got insert, design, layout, references, mailings, review, view, and Grammarly. Grammarly is obviously something I downloaded additionally. If you go over to File on the left there on the top, you can go to Open, and you can open any other recent documents. So let's get started. In the bottom right-hand corner, you can see that you can scale and move the document, so you can back out of the document, zoom out a little bit, by either pressing the plus or minus or dragging. I believe 100% is the size of a normal sheet of paper, as long as your screen is big enough. So right here in this drop down box you've got all your different kinds of fonts, so you can choose from anything you want. You can also download these on the internet. Here you've got all your font sizes, so you can change it. You can be more precise by clicking in that box and actually typing it in. Here I'm just going to type out something so that we can use it for an example. Hello, this is a test. Alright, so I'm just going to show you all the different things you can do with this. So you can either highlight it. You can highlight your text, or just as long as your cursor is near it, you can change the font size like this. Let's change it to that. Here you can, if you hit bold, obviously it's going to make your embolden your text. If you hit italics or italics, however you like to say it, it italicizes. Underline, of course, underlines. If you go over to this drop-down box here, you can change what you want. You can have it a thicker line, a dotted line. So if you wanted a dotted underline under it, you can change the color. So if you wanted to differentiate between the two different kinds of underlines, you could have multiple colors. You can cross out the text with this. You can have this option, so it makes it smaller or down, or you can have it be a exponent, like this. So here, if you hit the drop-down box, you've got what used to be called Word Art. Now it's just art, or just effects. You've got all those options. You can highlight your text with this. You can change the color of the actual text itself with this. You can reset everything to a basic. It removes all word formatting. It changes it to Calibri and 11 font. Here you can change what you want uppercased, so you can have the first word of each sentence or first word of every line, or you can make everything lowercase. Here you can add bullet points, so you've got all your different options here. You can add additional, but I'm just going to do this little circle here, and if I go back here and hit enter, you'll see that it creates two, so now we have 2 bullet points. So up here we've also got numberings and letterings, so that's like bullet pointing. And then if you go up there again, you can have it indented, so you can have multiple. So you could have I and then A, B. So I'm just going to remove that. You can either hit delete or backspace. They both do the same thing. So I'm just going to paste something that I already have prepared here. So I'm just going to paste this in. And I'll see you in a sec. Alright, so once we're here, you can either hit tab to indent. Actually, that's the only way of doing it. So you hit enter. I'm just going to control V, which is just paste a whole bunch of times, and I'm going to hit tab here as well. And so we've got a paragraph here. It obviously all is just made out of different sentences that are, this is a paragraph, but it serves the purpose that I need. So here we're gonna, you can change where the text is placed. You can have it be centered by clicking this up here. like that. You can have it all centered. Make sure you have everything highlighted like that. You can have it be to the right or very uniform with no parts sticking off, so it's very edge perfect. But usually you'll want it on the one all the way to the left. Now right here what we got is actually your spacing between lines, so you can go up to like double space, triple space. If you go down to line spacing options, you can go even higher. So that's just like how much space is in between the letters. Here you can change how severe your indent is, so if I wanted my tabs to be a little bit smaller, you just hit that and it goes over. That way, the other one indents it the other way. Here you can change what, like, it kind of mass highlights all the paragraph, what you have selected. Here you can add borders around all of your paragraphs. This can be helpful whenever you want something to look, it just makes it look a lot nicer. Up here we're going to go over into insert, and this is where you can insert shapes, pictures and stuff, but today I'm going to be inserting a picture just as an example. So when I do it, so over here actually you can add cover page, a blank page, which is just obviously adds another page, or a page break if you want a space between your pages, or unless you want them really close to each other. So see there, I added another page by hitting blank page. Here I'm going to click on pictures. It's going to open this. Here I'm just going to click on my very important picture here. Insert that. So here we've got these very important letters. You can drag with the dot on one of the corners and it'll scale it perfectly. This will make it a little bit more blurry, but it will do that. That does not warp it. If you use the bottom middle dot or the top or the sides, it will warp it like this. As you can see, it's not staying the same formatting as when I put it in. There are a whole bunch of different effects you can do with this. I'm going to hit undo. It's very helpful. You can use it all the time. Control Z works as well. You can hit the down arrow and go back as far as you want to wherever you want to go. If you do a whole bunch of things and then decide you want to undo it. So right up here we've got all your different settings for your picture. So you can click off and you can type something down here like this, but I'm just going to click on that again. And so I'm going to show you all the different things you can do with your picture. You can do a lot of this stuff with shapes as well. Here I just made I inverted, it automatically tried to remove the background. There you can change the lighting of your picture, change the color in your picture, like if you want it to be a certain shade, black and white maybe. Here you've got all these cool artistic effects that you can add to images, like that one. I like that one a lot. These you don't need to worry about. Here you can change the type of picture that it is, like you can change its file type. Here you can add all these borders and effects, like that one's got like a bevel, makes it look kind of cool in 3D. You've got a whole bunch of other stuff. You can change the border color so it can be whatever you want it to be. You can change how thick the border is with this. Here you can make the border dotted, dashed, or have like a line dot like that. Yeah, there's really just a whole bunch of useful stuff. You can add how it's presented like that, so you can add like edges or shadows or stuff like that. Here's all your shadows that you can add from different angles to make it look 3D. Add a reflection so you can see, well, it's a reflection. You can add a glow around it in any color you want. You can choose more colors at the bottom there. Here you can have the edges kind of fade out. You can add a bevel around the edges that looks really nice. Here you can have a 3D effect to make it angle in different ways. Now this right here is so that you can make it into a diagram. So if you ever want to use a picture or a photo or something that you have in a diagram, you can do that. This is very important. This is your text wrapping. So this is where it puts the photo. So actually, never mind. I'm not going to do that. Here, I'm just going to drag this up here to where our paragraph was. If you just hold near the top there, you see that it scrolls up. You see that little bar, that's where it's going to put it. See, if I put it right here, it just plops it in the middle of the text like that. And that might be sometimes what you want, but usually you want it to be like sometimes behind the text or stuff like that. So what you can do is click on it, hit that little wrapping thing there, or go up to insert and click it. And here you can have all the different things like tight, through, and a whole bunch of other useful stuff. But sometimes you want it behind text like that, so it's like showing behind it. Another way you can do it is by hitting that bring forward button there, right underneath wrap text, or backward actually. So I'm just going to bring this right back down here. See, you can move it in between like this by just dragging it. See, now that I have it behind text, it'll always go behind the text. Here I'm just going to show you how to create some shapes. Those are very useful. So you can, for instance, add a square like this. You just click and hold and drag, and it creates your box. Usually it sets your color to blue with a orange border for some reason. And you can also drag, and same thing with arrows. So that's some stuff you can do with insert as well. So I'm just going to hit undo. So right here I just wanted to show you one other thing you can do in insert. So you can go to shapes and you can choose from any of these, but I'm just going to choose a triangle. And to make it, obviously, like I will be showing you soon, you will just drag and draw like that. And so you'll automatically be taken to this drawing tools page. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff you can do with this. You can go down, you can see all the different cool options that they have for you already, or you can change your shape fill and your gradient, or if you can add pictures or textures as well. We're just going to make ours red. You can change the outline to anything you want. I'll just change it to orange. You can change, also on outline you can change the weight, like how thick it is, just like everything else. A lot of this works the same thing as the picture. This is all the same picture effects like that. You can add text in there or you can just hit draw text box and you can draw a place where you can type. Text wrapping works the same as the picture, and yeah. So there's a few other things you can do on this insert tab here. You can insert an equation, a symbol. Right here you can take a video from online, so if you want to have a YouTube video or something in your document, you can click that. You can put a link here. I'll show you how to do this. So if I just type something out like Google here, if I click create link up here, or highlight, you have to highlight it first. So here you type in whatever address you want it to go to. So I'm going to type http://www.google.com, hit OK, and now it's a link. You can hit control click on that to open it. So yeah, that's all the pretty basic stuff. I'm going to go up. You can either hit the save in the corner like that, or you can go in here, which is probably better, hit save if you already have it saved. But usually you're going to want to go to save as, go to browse, or you can go through these files too as well, so you can just click wherever you want and then just hit save there. Or you go into browse, you have the same thing here, it just looks a little bit different. I'm going to type in here, thanks for watching, guys. And so that's a pretty simple way of doing it. Hit save. Remember, you can always do Control S as well. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helps you a lot.